No Horsing Around family. Welcome back to an episode of the No Horsing Around podcast. As always, I am one of two dudes talking Colts. I'm one of your hosts, Stephen Burton. And as always, we are brought to you by our amazing sponsor, WagerWire, a once-in-a-lifetime revolutionary sports betting app that allows you to get in and out of your parlays, of any of your bets. You can place bets all the way up to the moment that the game is done or game is started. And it's just a cool tool, man. Like it's a great app, great process. Go over to their website, wagerwire.com, drop in your email. You'll get the app as soon as it goes live. Also check them out at WagerWire on Twitter. It's great stuff, you guys. Make sure you check it out. So today, you guys, we are going to discuss who you're going to pay, right? Like we've had a discussion of, is Michael Pittman Jr. a number one wide receiver? And we talked about like number one wide receiver money. And like we were breaking it down, you guys, and kind of looking through it. And like number one wide receiver money is crazy money. Like you're talking just to crack into the top 10, okay, is $20+ million per year. To crack into the top 5 is $24+ million per year. And so we've discussed, like, is that where Michael Pittman Jr. sits, right? Like, we've had this long discussion. I think a lot of people discussed they felt more comfortable in that 15 to 18. Man, that's going to put you 15 to 20 in the top. I mean, I'm looking through. The thing that blows my mind is I look through, like, Spotrac, which is an amazing thing. Like, you look at, like, Christian Kirk is getting $18 million. Right, Hunter Renfro's getting 16. Allen Robinson's getting 15 right now. Like, so do you put Michael Pittman Jr. above them? Because if you're going to do that, you're going to go 18, 19, 20 million a year. That's tough, man. And I mean, and these contracts are also 4 years, 5 years. I mean, some of them are some of the older players. They're getting 2-year contracts. But for the most part, you're looking at 3 to 4 years, right? Like an equivalent one, if you were like, if I'm looking over the contracts, right? And I'm like, okay, what's an equivalent contract that I would give Michael Pittman Jr.? I really like Christian Kirk's 4 years, 72 million, 18 million per year. I think I could swallow that. I think I could swallow that kind of contract for Michael Pittman Jr. So let's say that's the number, right? Let's say that Michael Pittman Jr.'s contract is, I'm going to pop it up on a banner for you guys, is 4 years, right? At 72 million per year. 72 million total, sorry. Per year. And that's 18 million per year, right? So let's say this is Michael Pittman Jr.'s contract. 4 years, 72 million total, 18 million per year. Are you happy with that? Would you sign him to that, right? Now let's juxtapose this. Okay, let's look at the running back position, right? So the running back position, the number one running back is Christian McCaffrey. He signed a 4-year, $64 million contract, right? He has the most average, most money per season. It's about 16 flat, 16 million per season. Now there's some contracts, Alvin Kamara signed a big one, 5 years, 75 million, but it's 15 million per season. Let's look at the per season and the length of the contract. So Jonathan Taylor is 24 years old, right? He's 24 like and a half, right? So he's 24 years old right now, okay? He is widely considered a top 5 running back. I was talking to a buddy of mine. We were trying to break that down today, who you would have as a top 5. He's a Titans fan. So I said, do you still have Derrick Henry in the top 5? And we were able, I think so. But Jonathan Taylor is widely considered a top 5 running back in the league. So top 5 running back money. Let's look at Spotrac. Is 12, what we're looking at, 12 to $16 million per season. That's $48 million towards 64, 75 million, somewhere around there. And most of them are 4-year contracts. So I could see a 4-year contract. I think a 4-year contract is a very solid contract for Jonathan Taylor. He's 24. That puts him at 28. He gets one more kind of small bite at the apple in free agency before he hits that 30-year-old where a lot of people think you drop off. So let's say that you go 4 years, right, for Jonathan Taylor. And I mean, what's a comp? What's a considerate one? Do you look at a Nick Chubb? Nick Chubb did a 3-year contract. He signed it when he was 25, right? Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon did a 4-year, $48 million contract. It's about $12 million per year. Honestly, I think you're looking more towards, man, I think you're looking towards that, man, between a Derrick Henry deal and a Christian McCaffrey. So Derrick Henry was 4 years, $50 million, 12.5 per season, right? Christian McCaffrey is 4 years, $64 million, 16 per season, right? I think you're looking somewhere in between that. So let's say you do like I don't know, like I mean, if I'm looking, I'm thinking they're going to go more towards, man, I think they're going to go more towards that Christian McCaffrey deal. I think they're going to go towards it. I know people don't want to hear that, but everything we've heard is he is beloved in the locker room, beloved in that building. He is super talented. You hope that the injury last season was an anomaly. I think they're going to look to probably make him the highest paid running back. I think he's going to be a big-time centerpiece as Anthony Richardson gets set. I think you're going to look at probably a 4-year deal worth like $65 million. Like not a ton, not a ton of difference between him and McCaffrey, but I think you're looking at probably like a 4-year, $65 million contract, right? I mean, and at that point, you're getting about a little more than 16, like 16.2, let's say, per season, right? So I mean, you're looking at something similar to this. 4 years, 65 million total, 16.2 million per season. So if you have those two, right? Those two contracts that we discussed. So you have Michael Pittman Jr., who we think is an emerging one, potentially, and him having that 4-year, $72 million contract. It's very similar to Christian Kirk. Puts him kind of in that top 15 range as a wide receiver, or you have Jonathan Taylor as the number one running back. Which one are you wanting to sign? That's my question. Which one do you think they will do? I think if I were a betting man, which with Wager Wire sometimes I am, I think you're looking at this deal right here before you look at Michael Pittman Jr.'s deal. I think that they're going to look to re-sign Jonathan Taylor. I think it's going to happen closer to training camp. And for those who are going to say they would never pay him to make him the highest paid, we were off last year on Quentin, on Big Q, right? Like we were like, hey, we're comfortable like that, that's 17, maybe 18, and he got paid 20 plus, right? I mean, they love their guys. They love who they love, and they're going to pay them. They love Jonathan Taylor. They're going to pay him. They made Quentin Nelson the highest paid offensive guard. They made Shaq Leonard the highest paid linebacker. They made DeForest Buckner the highest paid defensive tackle at those times. They're not afraid to make people the highest paid when they are the best at their position. And those players had shown that. Jonathan Taylor has shown that he can be the best at his position in the league. Therefore, my guess is it's going to be a Jonathan Taylor contract before training camp. And I think it's going to be something similar to this. I want to know what you guys think. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. Do you think the contract numbers that I put up, do you think those are close? Do you think that could be it? Are you comfortable with those numbers? And if those are the numbers, which one are you signing? Who do you want to get under contract first? Is it Jonathan Taylor? Is it Michael Pittman Jr.? Light it up in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. As always, I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you've not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe, ding the bell, and then become a member. Check it out. We're going to be going live again this week for the first time. We missed it last week, but we'll be back live. We'll be covering. We got some fun stuff between now and training camp. I'm excited. And as always, you guys, I love you. I know Zach loves you. And come here. It's my wife's birthday, and I know she loves you guys too. I'm out.